What's up, family? Your boy Swing Trader Tone here. Day 360 of trading, day 360. Today is Monday, January 12th. Tomorrow is your boy's birthday. I'm out here in LA, man. Just finished working the gig. Decided to stay out here a couple of days. So once again, today's day 360. And let's get right to it. Today, we know that today was a down day for the up day for the SPY overall, up 1 point. But down with what I have. Actually, up 32 cents on my TSLL. My Met U is down $1 too, so we know we're going to be negative 250 on that from the door. Down 39 cents on my UNHG. Got 100 well, now I have 150 shares. I actually sold 10 shares of that earlier today. I sold a little bit of shares of TSLL because I want to get into another move, and I needed some birthday money, so I took some out. But don't worry, next check that I get, I'll probably buy some more of something to put it back in there. So like I said, like just wanted to be like very, very transparent, with you guys the whole trip and let you know when I take money out, when I put money in, how I do it, why I do it, stuff like that. So I don't get another check until this Friday from a past gig, and the gig that I worked this Saturday, I don't get probably for like another 30 days. So I need some bread because I really just put all my money in the brokerage account and just let that bubble. Because if it's just sitting in a checking account or a savings account, it's not making me no bread. You know what I mean? Then when I need money, I'll sell some shares, pull it out, do what I need to do, get a check, try to put that money back in. So that's how you build it up. You know what I mean? But anyway, we could take a look at the brokerage account right now, matter of fact. Um, so overall, today's gain is down $300, negative $300.50. Total assets of 17,158.70. So it's still right at that 17K mark because I actually didn't take out any money. Even though I sold my shares, I didn't take it out. And that's why I have this cash purchasing power of $1,150 right here. I think earlier today I might have had like, I don't know, like $10 or something in there, and I sold some shares. I'll go ahead and go into it. Um, so I had 160 shares of UNHG, sold 10 at whatever price it was. Let's just say it was at 18. Sold 10. That means that would have gave me 180 bucks. I sold 50 shares of TSLL. You look back in the videos, I had 250 here, 250 here. I sold 50 shares of TSLL. Let's just say it's 50 shares at 19 bucks, 50 times 19, you know. So, like I said, I wanted to be a little bit liquid. One, because take myself out to dinner. Well, somebody's probably gonna take me out to dinner tomorrow, but still got to make sure you have some bread, right? And then actually have to get a plane ticket back to Dallas tomorrow, so get a one-way ticket back, take some money and do that. But also I wanted to be liquid to make another play on the move because I was looking at the SPY chart. And once again, this is just supposed to be chronicling my journey. I'm not really supposed to giving you any plays or teaching, but looking at the SPY chart, looks like it's going to hit another resistance. These lines just aren't here. These aren't just lines for play, right? They give me a lot of information. These are speed lines, trend lines, support and resistance. So if you look at this line right here, this has been a resistance to hit it, came back down, hit it, came back down. Went by it, confirmed a little bit, but got a red candle. So that wasn't really a strong confirmation. That's really a fake out. Came back down, hit it, came back down, hit it, came back down, hit it, came back down. So we see that, ultimately I have a target up here for the SPY, for the next, hopefully hit in the next like month or two. And I'm not in SPY, so I'm not really tripping, but I use it as kind of like a barometer on what the other shares, the heavy shares that are in the SPY are doing, like Tesla and Meta. UNH is somewhat heavy in there. You have Microsoft, the big dogs, Nvidia, those make up a strong weight of the S&P 500. So long story short, If the SPY is going to hit a resistance, then I know the SPY is going to come down. So I just want to take advantage of that. It's ultimately going to go up, but in the short term, like maybe like within the next like week or two, it should hit it and come back down. You know what I mean? So I do want to snipe off some bread, even though that goes against my, I know it goes against my philosophy. I'm just supposed to be playing leaps and shares. But when you see like small little opportunities and you could take, pinch off a little bit of bread, you're risking that bread on a shorter term option, but it's worth the risk. You know, when you know what you're doing, it's worth the risk. If it goes the other way and it keeps going up, then guess what that means? That means that my Tesla and my Meta is most likely going to be going up. And if I lost $300 on a short-term play on a SPY put, I'll make it back on the shares. That's what it's all about. Just making sure you're diversified and kind of hedged against any bad things that might happen. On the flip side, if something good happens and it comes down the way you think it's going to come down, you know, maybe an extra, three, four, $500 that I could put back into shares somewhere. All right. So that's why I got a little bit liquid, and that's why I have 1150 purchasing power, and I would have got it today, but since it didn't settle today, I couldn't do it. I actually have to transfer this money over into the options account. Once again, this is just a shares account, and I purposely did that so that I wouldn't be able to take any option plays here because ultimately, when I get this up to maybe like 100,000, I want to be able to borrow against it. They won't let you borrow against your account if you have the ability to play options because they figure like, oh, your account could just drop down because you could lose your money on options. So I'll have to probably transfer 1,000 over to the options account and play. Well, I'll probably transfer 500. I only need maybe like 500. The rest I'm probably gonna take out just to have pocket money in my regular banking account and do what I need to do. But go back over. So once again, I'll do that spot play tomorrow. But we're looking at Tesla. Tesla popped up, hitting a little bit of resistance. But Tesla, man, Tesla's ready to go, man. I'm keeping what I have in there right now. I'm not touching ever. I'm keeping that 200 shares in there, keeping the 250 in Meta, and let it do what it do. Keeping the 150 in UNHG, let it do what it do. Um, my TTD is taking its time. It's right at this consolidation point, but you see your EMAs coming down once again. If you don't know what that is, you can kind of just go on YouTube University and try to learn about EMAs and support and resistances and so forth and so on. But this is looking real good for me as far as on the bull side that it'll pop up. Pfizer, Pfizer probably would dip back down. They'll probably bing, 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 bing. Once again, these lines are important, man. You got to learn them. You got to learn them. And then looking for this to pop once it gets down here. All right. So that's like February-ish. But once again, those are leap options. So I have plenty of time for those to, hit this target and do what they need to do. And once again, I'm looking for like a 10, 20x on those. So if I'm looking at a Pfizer, I'm looking for this to, 10x, 20x, 30x, so you know, 300% on the bread, 30x, 30 times 500. What I mean? Now we're talking thousands, thousands and thousands, you know. So we'll see what happens with that. I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And we have plenty of time. I'm thinking maybe like June, July, those will hit their targets. And then this account overall will be somewhere around 15, 20,000. Then what I'll do is I'll probably split that in half, put half back in the shares, then split this in half again. So let's say I run this up to about, um, let's just be conservative. Let's say I run this up to 20,000. I'll take 10,000, put it over in the shares account, place some shares, and then I'll split that in half, play 5,000 in this account and put 5,000 in even a shorter term account for another strategy that I want to work with. And then, look to take both of those fives and run them up. Meanwhile, keeping, a lot of safety in the shares account. So that's what it is. So as far as my overall account, look for look for it to be $1,000 lighter tomorrow. Maybe $700 light. So even if it just stayed even tomorrow, this will be down in the 16.5 because I pulled out some money. So just remember that. But once again today, today's gain, and this is post market right now. So the post market shares went down a little bit. So remember it was just at negative 300. Now it's at negative 335. So post market is still moving. So negative 335.50. Total assets of 17,158.70. And let you know what happens tomorrow. I keep you posted. Wish me a happy birthday for tomorrow. We'll see what we can make the SPY do and get a little bit extra birthday money. All right. Keep you posted. You guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it in there. This is mostly for the YouTube channel. And then what I do is I kind of take more shorter clips and try to do a TikTok and an IG, try to keep those under 3 minutes. So if you want to go over there and just get like right to it, you can go over there and do that. Still swing trader tone on both of those on TikTok and IG. And for like more in-depth analysis, and if you really want to chat back and forth and ask me questions and why this and why that. And if you're in the chat and you're leaving comments and you're a subscriber, I will go ahead and answer some questions and teach you a few things. So, let's do it that way. I mean, if you subscribe to my page, I'll go ahead and, walk you through some things and let you know the mind frame and why, the hows and whys and whens. All right. Who, what, where, why, and when. All right. You guys take care. See you guys tomorrow. One love.